because her story, I will just, Sarah, if you don't mind, point out two
Please,
things.
yeah.
So Sarah, while she was in her 20s, was diagnosed with malignant melanoma. So that was one of the things that was definitely probably not not on your plan, but opened the door for other things. And your brother also passed. And so for people out there who are experiencing pretty severe life traumas, given how those were catalytic for you, what advice do you have for folks out there?
Yeah. So at the time, and I would lump my divorce
Yes, of
into
course.
that as well.
Yeah.
Those things at the time when they were happening, I thought were the worst things that ever happened in my life. And I felt like my life would never be good again, that it would never be the same. And it's true. It will not ever be the same when you go through these incredible life-changing experiences. But on the other side of it, what I can promise you is that whatever is happening in your life right now, it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. I promise you. I could look anyone in the eye and promise you that there is a gift, there is a blessing, there is an opportunity in whatever you're going through, and you're never going to be the same, and that is a wonderful thing, even when it includes something really difficult like death or disease, loss of a loved one, divorce, financial devastation, all of these things. I experienced that as well after leaving my corporate world and having a lot of financial responsibilities and setting off on a path as an entrepreneur, and went through my own experience with financial struggles that I never would have imagined would happen to me or happen for me.
Yeah.
But whatever you're going through, keep going. And it's one of my favorite quotes from Steve Jobs that you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking backwards. So you have to trust in something greater than yourself, that something more is going on here. And if you will just keep moving forward, at some point you will see that this event, whatever it is, was a blessing in your life.
Yeah, I have that quote in my book for that very reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when we get the hang of this a little bit, we no longer judge things as bad or good. We can honor the emotion in it. We can honor maybe the grief when we feel in a loss of a loved one or a relationship. We can honor the sadness we feel about something in our life going away. But we no longer get stuck in this dark hole, feeling like a victim and feeling like things are wrong, or that, God has let us down. We begin to see things differently. And when things happen, we don't judge it as good or bad. We're in the accepting of what is, which allows us to find peace in any situation. So whatever is going on in your life, the first step is to accept exactly where you are right now. Because the thing that's making you feel so awful about the situation is your judgment of it, usually the judgment of yourself, which often is accompanied by shame, which is the heaviest, densest human emotion. And we are usually in resistance to what is or in reaction to what is, which is what makes the situation feel so awful. And when we are in resistance and when we are in reaction to what is, we are not in alignment to a creative space. We're no longer in the flow. We are no longer aligned to allowing our highest and best good. And so it feels really isolating. It feels really tight. It feels like you're stuck. It feels overwhelming. So the first step is to accept just the way it is right now. And if you can do that, just really be present to this moment, not pushing against it, and accept just the way it is right now, the instant manifestation will be a feeling of peace. Peace in your heart, peace in your life, peace in the situation. And that's really what you're going for, because once you get from a place of resistance and reaction to a state of peace, you can begin to move forward. Things will get lighter. It will get easier.
Yeah.
And my newest favorite affirmation is Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. No matter what you're going through, if you're stressed and you're worried, which is usually if we're going through change, we don't know how it's going to look, even if it's a change we ourselves asked for or created. And we always create it. But if you're going through something and you don't know how it's all going to work out, or you have a concern about a particular aspect of it not working out, catch yourself when you go into those moments of fear or worry and stop and affirm to yourself, everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. And just continue to affirm that. You are reprogramming your subconscious mind. And when you do that, your surroundings have to respond to your beliefs. That's how powerful you are. Whatever is happening in your life is mirroring to you what you believe consciously or unconsciously. And when you shift those beliefs, everything in your life will also shift. And you will see that everything always works out for you. I could give you 20 different stories just in this last month of incredible things that have happened, not only in my life, but the lives of people I do sessions with and do coaching with that practice this, because it really does work if you'll just apply it. Everything is always working out for me.
Well, if you have a